Welcome to Desk Geek. Today we have the Netgear N300 Wi-Fi range extender. Now if you're in a home that has very thick walls made of brick, a tin roof, if you have a house that's several levels, then you may be looking into extending your Wi-Fi range, and that's exactly what these extenders do. They take your current signal, they boost it. A lot of times they'll separate it into its own signal, so you'll have an EXT extension that you would connect to when you're in the areas that you have a weaker signal. There are options within the software to combine it all into one, but I do recommend just on testing to keep it all combined. So we're going to unbox this thing, take a look, and see how easy it is to set up. So this is all you get once you unbox this for your $60, $70 purchase. It's just a very basic looking router. It's going to create a Netgear EXT, or whatever you want to name it, EXT parameter for you to connect your devices to connect it to your actual existing network. You can go and plug this in near your current router, hit the WPS if that's the type of security you're using button on both, and they should sync up quite easily. Or you can go and download the Netgear software, because apparently they don't even include a installation CD anymore, which I'm not too bummed about because frankly I never use them. And you get the latest software online, but it's kind of cheap in a way, considering that these aren't exactly $10, $15 pieces of equipment. But it feels fairly light. It feels very plasticky and cheap, but hopefully the equipment inside will prove itself to be quite worthy of what we're doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and install this through the software portion because I don't use WPS security, and we'll see how well it installs, and I will see you guys soon. So now it's running through its setup, and it looks like it's kicking off to show the extender. Now I'm getting all green lights on the front, which is good. Please move extender closer to your existing router. Let's try again here. So apparently it has to be really close to the router for this to work, which is kind of obnoxious, but yet I'm getting all three green lights on the router. So I think I'm actually connected and set up, but it doesn't realize it yet. So let's do some tests here and just see what we get, if I am on the network or not. So it shows connected and secured, which is a good sign. Okay, so apparently you have to be very close to the router in order for it to pick up the signal. So kind of obnoxious because you went through the whole setup process. It has a 76% strength. I can actually run an MMO and Skype down here, so it's not like it's so far away. It's just you lose a lot of speed. So I'm a little disappointed once again in this product so far, but let me go move it closer and see if I can get this thing to connect. Okay, so funny enough, I actually didn't move. As soon as I ended the last video and I was getting ready to move it, it actually popped up and said, okay, I'm ready and all set up. And like I said, the lights have been green on it. So the software is kind of wonky. It seems like a very simple process, but I could see somebody who's not technically inclined getting very frustrated with this very easily. Why it would have all the lights lit up green, which is the indication, even according to the manual, that you're fully connected. Tell me that it was finished and then not work, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere work, is pretty frustrating. They need to put some type of pause delay into their software so that it's waiting the appropriate amount of time before it tells you that it's finished, if it's still doing some type of resets and things. But in any case, here we are at the begin test, and let's see if our speeds are that much better here. Hopefully, I pay for 100 megabytes per second download and 5 megabytes per second upload, and certainly I'm getting way better speeds down here. Before I was averaging 15 megabytes a second. Now I'm getting close to the 100 megabytes that I get in the upstairs, closer to the big router. Let's try this one more time and see if our pings improve. It could be just okay. So we're down to 13 and our speeds are staying about the same. So we're gonna have some inconsistency here. My overall rating for the Netgear product, it's okay. I would probably, based on the issues that I ran into and the cost of it being semi-high, If you were getting it for the $30 range, I would say buy one. So if you get one used, if you're paying the full retail price, I would give it probably just at 3 stars. I'm not impressed with a couple of things. Netgear kind of overtook Linksys because they started producing better products. This product is very light, it's hollow, it feels cheap, it looks cheap honestly. They don't even include a CD or a Ethernet cable. The CD I can live without, but the Ethernet cable is kind of unforgivable in my mind. The software implementation is a little bit wonky. The overall performance is good, but I think I could have got this out of a $40 Belkin or a equivalently priced Linksys, just the same. There's nothing special here. They've not done anything that would make me go, wow, I really want to buy Netgear products going forward. In fact, if I wasn't so impressed with the Nighthawk and this was my first experience with Netgear, I'd be pretty upset. So anyways, that's my review. 3 stars max for this. The WN 2000 RPT Wi-Fi range extender setup was, semi-unpainless with a little bit of confusion from just the way that they do things. But if you do their other method of using the WPS, if you use WPS security, it might go smoother or not. In any case, you can see the results here. I'm getting almost the exact same speeds that I would upstairs. So at the end of the day, it still keeps its 3 stars because it is doing what it's supposed to do. But I think at a cost, the retail cost that this is going for in the store is a little bit too high priced for it. So be on the hunt for sales if you want to pick one up. Until next time.